Hello there everyone, this is Mark3 and welcome back to Captain of Industry. Slightly over a week since our last episode, but yeah, apologies, work got in the way a little bit there, but here we are now. I just wanted to have basically a full day available so I could devote as long as needed to getting this episode out properly. Recent episodes have been slightly stunted because of recording options at the time, so yeah, I want to do that, so there's been a slight delay. Here we are now, and we have a number of things we need to do and sort out really quick. So yeah, there are a few things I've realised, a few things I'm a bit confused by, and well, the main thing that's happened since last time in terms of skip is at the end of last time I was having a bit of a maintenance crisis. I actually went around and I've upgraded this to a level 2 belt. I've added priority mergers to make sure that they get resources before construction material supplies do. And just reprioritizing things a bit, just to make sure that I get a smooth supply of mechanical parts to get these guys rolling properly. So that's going there. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I won't be actually doing comments this particular episode, so apologies for that one. Happy if it was mainly on about how unfortunate it is that we can't cheat the recyclables by getting gold and glass and stuff out of basic recyclables. It makes sense that it locks it as soon as it generates the recyclable, which I'm honestly kind of glad for, but at the same time it's a shame. It's like, oh darn, that means I have to find those resources elsewhere. So what can you do, eh? But yeah, then it's also like economies of scale, but there's also a problem here as well, which I've realised too, which I'm actually going to scrap these two buildings here. I'm going to tell you not to keep empty so you can be used as a dumping spot again. So the trucks can try and do that, because there's a big problem with our recycling setup, which I didn't pick up on, and nobody commenting picked up on either, so oh, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that Peter Knutson, a name we've not had for a while, knows this quite well because they seem to be very active on this game. But well, welcome back, Peter Knutson. Nice to see you again. But you've made so many comments, I can't go through and read every single one. Just basically, Peter Knutson commented back on the first couple of parts, and then last week he came back and commented on lots and lots of things. Like basically every episode has multiple comments, so thank you very much for that. You taught me a fair bit. Especially, I have enough vehicles. I have enough vehicles. Oh, can you feel the heresy? No. Apparently you can never have enough vehicles, and that's just one of the things. But yes. He also mentioned little things like I can import glass to get that started on that. That's actually really good. I was thinking I'd have to try and find that. It needs a reputation of at least one though, which means I need to donate. I've got that, that's no problem. But I can trade for here for glass. And we've actually discovered this one here, which allows us to trade for oil, so we can actually do that. If it's a worthwhile trade, who knows, but it is an infinite source of oil, basically. So there's that. Nice. I am going to hurry you up if you don't do this, just so you know. Then again, it says game level 1, isn't it? I'm also going to have to expand my housing a little bit, because it is struggling a bit. I'm basically going to have to level this area here, and for that I'll need a new mine control tower. Which, I've lost them. I've genuinely lost them. There it is. Yes, sometimes I lose things in these lists. It's a bit embarrassing, but it's also a recurring theme for me. Another thing is, apparently I'm running into a problem that Peter often did, which is like, I'm not excavating enough stuff at the end of the day. So I want to do that real quick. I'm going to install a production spot here. I was always planning to install a production spot here for tier 2 materials. Oh, wait, we've got tier 3 labs. We don't have tier 2 research parts though, so that's not going to help us. Tier 2 vehicle parts, so we can upgrade to tier 2 vehicles, because apparently we should do that as soon as we physically can, which would be really good. I kind of regret having this next to my shipyard now because all the important ports are on the back there. Painful. But I'm going to do that as soon as I can. Also, I need to rejig my farms because apparently just farming the same thing over and over actually drops his yield a fair bit. It's better to implement crop rotation, which I had in back of my mind. I just didn't really look at the numbers too well. But crop rotation will give me better yields overall. So there is that I need to consider as well. Anyway, yeah. I mentioned the things. Let's go ahead and get on with it. Also, Project Unity with Nature is going very well because we'll be needing this space very, very shortly. Yes, go forth, spread my influence. Make the people love me. Make them want to offer me gifts and many things. That's the whole purpose of trade, isn't it? We give you something and hope you'll like us enough to give you something back. At least I think that's how it goes anyway. Need to reactivate that beacon because I need people. Anyway, yeah, I am upgrading some of my housing now. I've got that set up ready to start sorting this area out. I'm even building some more diggers, which I do need just in general principle. But yes. Anyway, we made a grave error with our recycling plant. And it is actually, sadly, a very simple error. But the error is we can't actually unload the outputs via truck. It's import only. I know it sounds kind of obvious when you say it out loud like that, but you know, it's kind of something you'd think I'd have picked up on a bit faster. Anyway, that means I need to go ahead and I can put them back here, I suppose. Just get 2 outputs. I'll use the sorters, which I honestly, before realizing this, which was right before recording, I never realized the point of the sorters because, like, I'd have everything split up anyway. But in this case, it's actually necessary because this thing has a single output right there. So that's the thing. 360, 180. What are the output rates for this guy? You know what, I don't mind. I'll just build a level 2 because I've got access to level 2. So that'll go quick. You sorts the iron scrap. You sort the copper scrap. You guys are going to be emptying at 50%. Not because I want to keep that scrap on hand, but just give a nice even number, and that'll sort that out. So the recycling has been sitting there, basically not doing anything right now. Until I made these changes. Also, I'm going to pause those 2 labs because I'm almost out of text I can do with Tier 2. I need to make the jump to Tier 3, which means I need paper, which means I need all this and that and the other. I think this is going to be my research center in general because of its nice central spot. But we'll have to see how that goes. Another thing I've been doing is I've actually started building barriers around the place. I do think they look kind of nice. They do really make a nice addition. I do still hope we get access to like paving because the game does have these paving. Some of the structures do it by themselves, but it's like I don't know how you do that directly. If it's in the interface, then I've missed it, unfortunately. So it wouldn't be the first time I've missed something absolutely obvious, but you know, do what you do when you can, where you can. I don't know why I said that, but I just said words. Yes. Also, I'm going to scrap this pump entirely. That's something else that was mentioned by Peter. The fact that roughly these deposits can sustain 2 groundwater pumps. I was guesstimating a bit over 2 by looking at extraction rates, but 2 is roughly what they do, depending on size. The 2 on this island are slightly different in sizes, but yeah, Peter said 2 should be alright for either one, which means I can actually double that coal power plant I've got over there. That's something that's probably worth doing. Look at that, it's actually working now. And actually, because I want to get the scrap feeding straight away, I'm just going to tell them empty it straight out. Because priority is already set. I don't want to dump. What do you got? You've got dirt again. I'm tempted to restart brick production just to try and start getting rid of some of this dirt, if I'm going to be entirely honest with you, because I've got a lot of dirt. I've got so much dirt. So much that I'm actually not sure what to do with it because I don't need it. Oh, well, that gets things moving anyway. Right, moving on. Another thing Peter said is he didn't understand why I was building vehicle ramps because, well, basically a waste. They're kind of expensive and a bit of a waste of time. I don't know. I like them. I like having this bit of extra order, just like I like having the barriers here. Though that said, these barriers, I have a suggestion for them. Do like in a transport game. Make these guys auto-link. Factorio's walls would also be a good example of this. So, since this game is based on tiles, 2 tiles together will form a thing. 3 tiles in a corner will automatically form the corner piece and all that. I mean, there's no reason not to, really, considering the fact that these guys even cost the same in terms of resources each as well. I mean, all of them are just like 10 concrete. So having something like would automatically create those would be kind of good. And then the options like manually do it if you want, because some people like to do the manual thing, some people don't. I just noticed that that's the thing. Also, click and drag would be a massive boost to these guys, because putting them down one at a time feels kind of clunky, and it could be optimized a bit. Just saying, just my little take on that. While I very quickly put in a fueling station over here, because I want to have more fuel available to my vehicles. Yeah, that's something I've noticed. Something's slowing down my mining operations a bit. Yes, I know that this comes back to the mining operations of all things. It's slowing down my mining operations a bit because sometimes the trucks over there have to go to the fuel supply station, which is over by the coast. So it's like, I'd rather they weren't doing that. Plus, this helps keep vehicles a bit neater on their lines as well. So all to the good. As I completely misclick and misplaced that thing. Okay, right. The last thing in this quick update is I will show you right now. Thank you so much for reminding me about crop rotation and let me know that it's actually viable in this. I mean, I saw the 4 slots in the first place. I saw that like very early on, but it's like I never really looked at numbers. So notice it's 5.4 and 5.6 average per 60 tines. But if I take off the veg, it's 7.2. So yeah, I mean the whole point of crop rotation was when they first worked it out is the fact that by rotating the crops you'll get more overall yield because different crops can replenish the soil in different ways, and it's like, yeah. No benefit to letting this thing just go fallow for 3 months, which is like natural replenishment. But if I could start mixing in fertilizers or manures, then that would be a good thing. I'm not at the stage where I'm going to be automatically making fertilizer though. Oh, you're back. Has no trees to harvest. I thought I took you out of there. Did I misclick or something? No, I have taken you out of there. There are trees that need harvesting. They're all down there. I don't know why they're saying that. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. For better or worse, I just enabled all this. As this massive hole steadily moves closer and closer to the far side, I mean, there was a mountain peak here, if you recall. It's since mysteriously disappeared. I've been around and I've laced what I think would be the outer line for this deposit to get, well, the good patches. I'm not too bothered about the lower quantity amounts. Like that one there, I'm not too bothered about. I mean, look how much stone's above it. I'm going to have to move these though, which means I want to get that other ramp built really sooner rather than later. But yeah, this is going to do that. They're going to dig out this area when they get a chance, just to lay it out this way. But this is going to be lining up my first quarry really. It's going to be a bit of a big one too. Maybe quarrying around the coal would be a wiser idea to start out with, but wisdom has never been one of my stronger suits, I must admit. Got to keep this all moving. Oh good, the knot mistake that didn't happen has almost been fixed. Yeah, basically when I put down this control tower, for a few moments it let anything be dumped here, so waste and dirt and stuff got dumped as well. But it looks like that's kinda done. Yeah, there's only a little bit left to go to sort all that out, and then it's all nice and neat again. And we can get on with some more important projects. Also worth noting, this area is kind of almost ready now. So I'll be able to move my research over here pretty soon. All of that spare recyclables, well, once we got this working, this recycling plant just tore straight through it. It's already all used up and gone. What do you know? Ooh, double cannon 800, single cannon 800. That one's out. I still don't know who these guys are. Is this like a local nation or something I'm fighting against? Discovered a new radar system. Oh. I did not realise we could get upgrades for that. Okay, new radar system. Where does that go? Do we need a better ship or something? Hang on, let's take radar. I do not know what a better radar system does. I wonder if it's increased my map range, but I don't see any new nodes as far as I can tell. Okay, yeah, good. That is all sorted out. Well, that said, there is a little bit of digging which needs to be done for the waste storage, which is these little rocks that are out in the ocean. They need to be sorted out. So I'm going to have to very briefly deal with that. Dig commands. Yeah, that should about do it. No produce dumping. What do you got? Of course, dirt. Really? I have a massive dirt dump over there, so I don't know what you're talking about now. I've been curious. I'm waiting for this. Look at that. Our first... Ooh, it's got... I wasn't expecting that. 14-wheeler. But, oh, it is a 14-wheeler. Yes, it is. That is a double... No, that's a single. 12-wheeler. I've never seen a truck in that wheel configuration before. Makes sense if it's a heavy loader on the back of it, but is that actually a thing in real life? Kind of curious. Oh, and of course, the first thing it does is it tries to help build its brethren, but... ooh, that is a beefy boy. I like it. If I remember right, I can enable things to upgrade. Requested replacement will be scheduled for assembly. Once replacement is built, the vehicle will head to the depot and be scrapped and replaced. In the meantime, the vehicle will operate as usual. That could do the trick. Where's it wandered off to? Ah, to move a whole load of wastewater. That's 3 times the capacity. I like it. Very much so. We need more of those. But we've got to remember, we are still dependent on glass import to make those upgraded parts. This is kind of why I wanted to have a full day set aside for this. It has been several hours since the last little jump cut bit, so it's like, yeah, this game can take a bit when it wants to. But anyway, yes. Important infrastructure going up here, mainly the second groundwater pump feeding into this area here. Of course, we've got the water reclamation going on with the cooling towers, but I haven't built up the second power plant. Firstly, because, well, it's going to cost me red construction materials to do that, and I don't especially want to commit to that just yet. But secondly, because I don't need it either, because look, this one's completely idle right now, so We just don't need it. So that feeds that into the water here, and then this is going around here. This is going to be making a paper. Yes, my people are actually going to be literate now. But more interestingly is the fact that I have unlocked the shredder. And through the shredder, I can take logs and turn them into wood chips through these guys. And then I can take those wood chips and I can actually run the solid state boilers off them instead of coal for a reduction in exhaust. And the fact I'm using logs, which is completely sustainable. So it's like I can stop using coal for some of this stuff. Got to pay attention to those recipes. Oh, hello, yellow truck. Nice to see you. Bye. Just drives off some of the trees. Yeah. Because that's something else that was mentioned by the comments from Peter. It's like there is a use for some of this stuff, like sand. There is actually a processed sand, but you need to watch out for that. Because, let's just see if we can find it. Sand. Manufactured sand, here we go, right. So, you can turn gravel into manufactured sand, but manufactured sand is not suitable for all of the materials and things that you can use regular sand for, so there's a bunch of stuff that you can't. In particular though, we could use it for filter medias, which is helpful like scrubbing and stuff like that, I believe. But also we can use it for the concrete, and it might be worth doing that. Because when we start digging up this area here, we're going to have a lot of spare rock. Though admittedly our rock output's not been that massive, this is our grand total rock pile. Yeah, it's not that great, is it? But if we convert, then we could stop using our regular sand for the concretes, which might be worth doing if we can get more of a supply. It might be a priority sorting kind of case. Low food supply? No, you're not. You've got 11 months worth. I don't know what you're on about. But apparently there's some confusion going on as well. Anyway, yeah, moving on. More stuff going in the forms of the next stage of steel smelting. The cooled casters required for it are going to be starting to go in. I'm going to unpause you guys so you're at least producing some more steel. Oh, we're out of materials. I see. Sorry, out of materials, out of workers. Cool steel. So that is going to take steel production, and then that's only one step removed, of course, from the tier 3 production, which we don't have much of, which is why I was kind of wanting to avoid doing that. Navigation overlay, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, sir? Because there is another area of construction going on, well, 2 areas, technically. Right, here's the second area, where we are adding more conveyors, we're adding in a single assembly. Originally I built it for 2 assemblies, but then I realised that one of these, producing tier 2 science, can actually run 3 labs off it. So, not much need for that one, really. I don't need the extra because I don't need them for anything else. Though that said, I don't technically need a second tier 2 one either, do I? But all of this is running off parts, and I just need more parts, especially the tier 3s. Though apparently I also need the tier 2 labs as well, so actually let's prioritise you because you need to be starting production sooner rather than later. So, that's all that. You saw a long pipeline going along all the way up to here into this area, because I'm not willing to try to run these guys off the rain catchers by themselves. So that plugs into my third area of construction, which is this. We have got us a area being set up for water desalination. We've expanded the output to include all material types for our waste sorting plants. That's going to be good. That's going to hold water when it all gets built up, and you are going to be dumping brine back out, because that's what we're going to be doing. We can't do anything with the brine except dump it for the time being, but we've got 2 intakes, so into 3, so that's going to be a really solid water supply here. I'm considering like taking this and plugging the settlement into it as well, instead of using this over here, so that will be further reduce the demand on this particular water source, because it's struggling. And I want that to prioritise food production, really. Oh, another little tidbit from Peter. Apparently the gap here, I made it 4 across just in case, but 3 you can get away with just fine as well. Which makes sense. I mean, if you've got a solid belt for fertiliser, then you can have pipes right above it, and off you go. That's all you need. Lastly, there is another construction area which I've been working on, but it's not ready yet, so it's paused, and that is this. So yeah, I was looking at this, making a more permanent version of that one. I almost said poor minutes, I don't know why. I think it's because I've been recording too long, so it's like, yes. But this is going to be feeding from this area here, but I realised I want to get some other stuff done before I run down and have to stop recording, because that's one problem with recording too long. I can get a bit tired of it after a while. So nothing to do with the game. That's just how I am. I tend to get flaky the longer I record on one thing. So it's like, be careful, be careful. But I was trying to do this all along the lines of like having a full-size cargo depot, a size 8 cargo depot, which is worth 8 of these guys. And I had a look, and the biggest unloader can't keep up with the biggest pipe. So that means one pipe output is good. Then there's a storage to immediately allow it to dump out as fast as possible from this. There's a fluid balancer installed so that all of the things can unload. I mean, if we look at the existing one here, it's like we've got a little bit left in one hold because it's not balanced on pipe outtake. So that's something to be wary of. Moving on. Right, we've got a vehicle ramp in here. The plan is to like have the connections from this side go to this side here, for this is where all the stuff is going to be. And then that's when I stopped and realised I needed to do other things to get more stuff done, more progress made, because among other things, there's more things I want to research and unlock to properly make access of this and use it all. Are you? Yes, you are done dumping. Okay, let's get some more slag dumping going on. Keep that going. Also, as you can see, I've included walls in the plans as well, because yeah, I'm starting to work all the barriers and things straight into the production. Something unfortunate to note, by the by, once again pointed out by Peter in the many comments, is why you can upgrade a level 2 into a level 4 cargo depot, so 2 slots to 4 slot, and you can upgrade a 6 slot to an 8 slot. You can't do a 4 slot into a 6 slot, which is unfortunate, but I think it might be, if I have a look, cargo storage, there's some level 2. There it is. No, that's not it. Right, anyway, good reference point. Yellow construction. And I think it might be entirely... No, actually. That is strange. I thought it would be because the 6 and 8 required red construction materials, but no, it's only yellow. I do not understand. Maybe it's just to avoid reserving too much space, because can we actually put that down without locking stuff? Because that might maybe does it actually reserve to allow us to do that? No, I think it's not the issue. I don't really know then, because I think you can put that down even if some stuff is blocked off. So I don't think it's it'll prevent that from happening really. But oh well. Flaky. This is exactly what I was on about. But yeah, we are getting more people. Oh, also by the way, we found another cargo ship wreck nearby as well for just iron. So another cheap one there. Also a new oil derrick over there. I'll... Enemy is defeated. Ship is too damaged. Are you struggling to get repaired, good sir? You are waiting on iron. Yeah, so my material supplies are basically overloaded at the moment, but it's okay. Everything is ticking over as it should be. Kinda. At the very least, we've got steel going on, and I'll prioritise that as well, just to get that working. I'm going to have to redo the entire cargo processing area as well. That needs to be shifted around a bit to make some space, because this is the main through route on here. Small excavator is... There's no reachable terrain. Oh, that's why. That's why. The excavators are doing this stuff here, preparation for the wall. And they've actually finished digging iron again. Which is, of course, one of the reasons why I'm doing this entire quarry area, because it's like, I need the iron ore. I'm getting through the iron ore real quick. Very good, very good. But it's going up slowly but surely. I wish there was a mass prioritise tool on here. I really do. But I am quite happy with how this little area's turned out. This little dedicated processing section. I think I might have to do more factory building like this. It looks kind of nice. As a note though, this thing does produce an excess of wood chips, which I think might be used to funnel straight back into this area here to replace coal production on here, just so that that burns more cleanly. But that is a plan. I have vague plans, sometimes they're even useful plans. Also, I thought I told one of these diggers to get upgraded. I did, and actually it's about to be finished as well. Hello, what are you doing there? Just hanging out, I guess? Chilling? Okay. Well, let's see. I do need to replace these with a bridge as well, just so that vehicles can get through there. But that should be... I think it's calling the other one back to be scrapped now. If I understand it right. Where are you trying to go there? Oh! Whoops. I've blocked off access to the thing. Oh, look at that. We've got a beefy boy coming out here now. Very nice. Though it's having to churn its way steadily along just to get back to where it needs to be. If that's going to work on the path for the wall, I think it is, because that's the nearest excavation point. This is going to be really nice. Let's see, it's got 20 capacity. What have the other ones got? The other ones have got 6. Also, no, this thing tears up the grass really easy, it looks like. Just got to pay attention to that. Well, not really, because the grass does come back without any assistance, but yeah. Oh wow, yeah, that's enough to fill one truck in a single scoop. Look at that. I need more of these guys. Wow. Now, of course, I do need to fix the trade dock issue as well, but I didn't necessarily say that. I forgot that vehicles need access to that, and it's all blocked off now. By important infrastructure, don't get me wrong, but how can I think moving the trade dock's probably my easiest solution there, unfortunately. Let's do that now. Trade docks. I need to be under here. Trading dock. Building is unique and already exists. Okay, so I need to scrap you then. I'm going to quick do. There we go. Yep, shunted that across, and then slap the trade. This seems to be my temporary docking area, so I'll just slap that there, and that'll fix it. Anyway, we do need to call a time to it there because we are at the end of the episode, as you do. So, yeah, the plan was to make many, many pipes. I have kind of succeeded. I spent a little unity. Can I finish this thing before? No, there's not enough construction materials available just yet, but the pipes are multiplying. That is the main takeaway, I think, that the pipes are vastly multiplying. Are you working now? You are working now. Good. Very good. The question is, what's keeping you going? Nothing seems to be stopping you, I guess. Oh, except for, of course, there is the whole output for brine that needs to be fixed as well. That's along there. See, look at this. It's a lovely tangle, isn't it? Just like that. That's going to be a bit of a tangle as well, too. All tier 2s, but as I max it out, this will be a straight upgrade. and this will work for 4. Then the other 4 will be on the other side, and I'll just have to double this up and increase the size of this area. So this area still needs to be really big. What are you guys doing? Fleeing from me looking at you, apparently. Very well, carry on. That's fine. But yeah, this has been IMath3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying this show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps out the channel, helps me to continue to learn and figure out this game because it's I do like it. What can I say? I'm a bit of a sucker for factory games. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing this game in the first place. But yeah, I'll see you all later. I kind of feel like I might need to increase raw storage of construction materials because, let's be honest, construction projects, they chew through vast amounts of these things in one go, don't they? And I do like those barriers. I just wish they were easy to place.